Hi, welcome to the industry exclusive with
Kingston
and Mommy. Okay, so we are going to continue answering questions that we typically are asked when people find out that he is an actor. So first, we'll answer the question, what is a callback and what is booked? What is the difference between that? So,
a callback is basically you do an audition.
So you first start with an audition.
It's like the metamorphosis of a butterfly. First it starts off as a caterpillar, and then, which is the audition, then it goes into the cocoon, which is the callback. And then whenever you book something, it turns into a butterfly. Whenever you book the audition, the job, you're actually going to be taken to the place where they want to film it and all that. In a callback, they're basically just going to call you back and ask you to do the exact same thing to see because it's basically like they're going to take the best people that they could find and limit it down to only one.
And that's basically what a callback is. So you initially start with a first audition. Well, you initially start, your agents submit you for the potential job. Then you get an audition, which is sometimes it's in person or online or eco, where we self-submit. And then if they like you enough, they narrow it down to a callback. And the callback is the metamorphosis. So the metamorphosis is what he described. So the callback, it's usually in person. Sometimes it's online as well or on a Zoom. And from there, they're going to eliminate from the callback to, sometimes you get second callback, third callbacks, they're playing around with different scenarios. And then you finally are booked. As far as them taking you places, we've traveled to a lot of our locations. So they flew us to Ecuador, to Canada, to Florida, to film whatever project. Okay. And so, yeah, that's the question. Okay, so a second question that we're typically asked, or that I like to ask Kingston, or it's usually like a good interview question. What is your dream job or character you would like to play?
My dream job is playing Miles Morales and Spider-Man and his amazing friends.
Okay, so a dream job, cool. And do you have any particular famous person you would like to work with in the future? I have some famous people that I would like him to work with. I would like him to work with, yes, I'm going to say it, Denzel Washington. I would like him to work with Dwayne Johnson. He's already worked with Kevin Hart, which was on our list. I would love for him to work with Miss Angela Bassett. That woman is a queen. Miss Viola Davis. Those are for my generation. His is probably a little different. So what is a dream person? Who is a dream?
It was Dwayne The Rock.
Oh, The Rock. Yeah, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. We are putting it out there, aren't we? Right? We're going to put it out there for Kingston to eventually work with him one day. We are speaking it into existence, so you heard it first. Kingston's dream, which matches mine, for him to work with The Rock. We love him in Jumanji. We've seen all the Jumanjis. We can't wait for the new one. And of course, from my husband's, from his wrestling days. So it's kind of like our whole family dream. Okay, and our last question that we're going to tackle is, who does his hair on set? So if you
my mother.
Okay, so he has a very big afro. I'll post a picture of it if you guys haven't seen. He has a very big afro. It's right now, it's usually in a protective style or in a ponytail when we're not on set. But who usually does it? In the beginning, I did it because I had specific products that I like to use in his hair. And different sets I assess. Yes, they have hair and makeup, but different sets and people who are called to do his hair on set, I assess what their products are, and do they look like they're qualified to do his hair. A lot of sets I stepped in because they would use wrong products in his hair. They would comb his hair wrong. And so I would talk to the hair and makeup and just ask them, do you mind if I help detangle it? I usually try to detangle it before, and I'll shape it as you guys desire. On set on Abbott, I didn't have to do all that. Mainly on S, I did protective styles, but they have qualified team to do hairs on the set of Abbott Elementary, so I never had to worry about that. But 99% of the time, I do his hair on set. Thank goodness for the Crown Act that's passed that protects our hair, look in a certain way that we can have it. As an actor, you know, we're protected as well. And there are people before us back in the 80s, the 90s, even the early 2000s, where black men and women, mainly black women, their hair were destroyed because people weren't educated in doing their hair. It's not, some sets it's like that still, but for the most part, I do his hair when I sass. And then I just ask them, do you guys want it with the ringlets? How do you want it? So yeah, I do his hair most of the time and get it prepped and ready for them to, for how they like, the look they like. And they usually like the big afro. So yeah, that is it. Do we have any other questions we want to address?
No.
No. Well, thank you so much for watching the Industry Exclusive. Please like, follow, share. We want to grow this podcast or this question and answer period. And thank you so much, right?
Yeah.
Yay. Bye.
Bye.